Well, it is finally here. The day that everyone's been looking forward to. It's finally the New Year's today. So, Happy New Year's, everyone. Hopefully, everyone had a good New Year's Eve last night. I'm sure a lot of people went out, partied a little bit, kind of got it out of their system. And hopefully, you guys are all ready to start off the new year strong. This year, I'm challenging myself to try to record as much content as possible in my life and kind of make my life a little bit more interesting. If you don't know me already, hey, I'm Han or Hansen, and I am a 23-year-old trying to navigate through his life and trying to kind of find what he enjoys in life, you know? I hope that I don't end up in something I really hate myself in, but so far I really like content creation. I love making videos and kind of expressing my personality, you know, through talking through a little camera. Today we have a pretty productive day. As you can see, I kind of made my bed already, taken some of the daytime scenery, which is really great, and of course have a lot of water for the new year. Yeah, I'm gonna go make breakfast and take you guys along and kind of shoot some of the B-roll of me making breakfast and or maybe me talking through it. But it's gonna be a simple breakfast. After that, we're gonna hop into our workflow and just kind of grind out some kind of like do some stuff to prep for the new year, essentially kind of like maintenance things. Like one of the things I wanted to do was make a mood board. And having a mood board, in my opinion, is a very important thing and kind of helps. It's like a compass for me. Like it helps kind of direct me in a direction of what kind of goals I want to hit for the year. It's always fun to always look back on the mood board and see what you achieved, what you did, and what you experienced. And for the most part, ever since I started doing the mood board since like 2023, I think, or 2024, something like that, most of the things have come true. Like if you really look back on the mood board, like they have come true. So that just shows you like the power of like kind of manifestation and just seeing that stuff every day. And I save it as like my laptop screensaver as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go do some of those maintenance things, kind of build that mood board out. Yeah, we're gonna do all of that. So I'm still home for break. I'm currently on my winter break still from college. And one of the things I realized I miss a lot while I was away is definitely my mom's cooking. Like just something about your mom's cooking just hits different. Like, yeah, I cook for myself and, I get food here and there when I was on campus, but just being back at home, I really do miss the food. I guess I might miss like the convenience of it, but dang, does it feel nice when I get to come down and I don't really have to worry about making something too much. But I have some of these leftover noodles from the other day that she made. I'm gonna throw eggs on it and that'll be a pretty good like carb and protein brunch, I guess, at this time. After that, we are gonna go get into the workflow and get everything done with today. I don't know about y'all, but I always gotta have, oh, that's my microwave. I always gotta have green onions inside my eggs. Otherwise it just looks so like plain and it doesn't look as like yummy in my opinion. I don't know why, but like when I eat foods, I love like seeing like all the colors kind of come together. I know that sounds probably kind of odd, but trust me, it just, I don't know, something about it, like mentally for me, it just makes the food taste a whole lot better. But now we're gonna move into these eggs. Got pasteurized eggs, I mean. So probably throw on like, I say 3 or 4 eggs on top of that noodles. But yeah, I just finished heating it up, so I'm just gonna cook these eggs now. So I think my eggs turned out pretty good. Like, trust me, it may not look the most like presentable right now because I kind of just scrambled it a little bit, like a wet scramble, and then I kind of threw it on top. I might throw on like some soy sauce and pepper and a bit of fried onions. Oh my god, fried onions are so good. Like, if you guys aren't on the fried onion wave, like this red onion stuff, dude, this shit adds like so much texture. Like, it's like crunchy, it's so good. Throw it on to this noodles would be perfection. And then I might throw in a little bit of sriracha to have some of that kick. Put all my seasonings on, and now we're gonna just mix everything all together. And I'm so hungry. There's so much flavor here and it smells so good. So let's see, first bite. This year, like, I'm really trying to prioritize eating like whole foods and kind of just like making more food at home. I've been kind of like off and on about that stuff. Sometimes I'll usually go for like Chipotle, which is, I guess, is like a healthy fast food, but for the most part, I think I really like eating whole foods. Like, it's good knowing like what you're making, like you're aware of what you're putting in your meal and how you're making it. And I don't know, for me, like, cooking it has always been kind of therapeutic, but at the same time it is really time consuming. So, you know, it is like a lifelong kind of goal. You know, it's not something that you can kind of rush, but I mean, you know, life never really has balance. You kind of just have to make the time. If you really prioritize your health, you got to make some of the time or figure something out, like meal prepping or something like that, which I'm probably going to try this year. You know, it's nice to sit down and just chill and enjoy what you made. Enjoy what you created, enjoy the fruitions of your effort, you know? This is like the fruition of your effort. You put effort to make this meal. And like I said, I know I didn't make this meal, but if I did, then I'm sitting here enjoying the fruitions of it. But definitely, it's not to say that you can't, like, you know, treat yourself and eat out here and there. Of course, it's nice to have like a little bit of everything. I definitely say whole foods is a must, a lot of water, and then, you know, that small percentage, you know, go out to eat, you know, hang out with your friends, do all that stuff, of course. Like, make sure like to be aware of what you're putting inside your body, you know, because it is your vehicle, your daily vehicle. Believe it or not, you know, you use it every day. You wake up, you walk around, you go places, you do actions. So if you treat it bad, I mean, it's gonna perform bad. So definitely try to prioritize it, treat it good, and you'll feel the efforts. You know, you'll feel all the progress. It may not come all at once, but slow progression. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself every day, is that slow progression or slow motion is better than no motion. So definitely something to think about. We are now about to start the workflow. This is not usually where I do my work, but today I kind of wanted to switch up the setting a little bit. I like to switch the setting around my house sometimes. Sometimes I'll sit in the little secondary dining room that we have. I kind of turn that into like my little office space. I find it so like, it just like attracts my attention and my focus. Like, it just like something gravitates me towards that room. I don't know why, but I always feel like I get a lot done in that room. And then there's also this like main living room area that I'm in. I'm so blessed that we have this like super fluffy and like oversized like recliner chair thing. So I'm just kind of laying in here and kind of chilling while it like hugs me as I'm doing the work. But yeah, I'm gonna start on the mood board thing right now. I'm gonna hop on a Pinterest for a little bit, kind of collect everything, get everything set up for the mood for 2026. Let's just keep it simple today, mood board, and we'll do video editing, and then just kind of consume a little bit of content so I can kind of get inspired and kind of learn different things in DaVinci. And then after all of that, I'm hoping to write down a list of things I want to accomplish in 2026 and track it and kind of just have like a better system than I did last year of being able to achieve, the goals and things that I've set out for myself. And then I'm going to try to create more than I consume this year for sure, which is one of my biggest goals. It's so nice just to kind of walk out to the balcony and I just have this insane view of basically the mountains that I live nearby. And so it's just nice to like also take a break. Like I've been editing for a little bit and I don't know if I'm the only one, but sometimes I record like maybe a video or topic that ended up kind of being too personal to share. So that whole video idea is kind of just sitting there now. There are some things that you never always want to post everything. It's definitely important to kind of be mindful and be careful of like what you post out there because it will be on the internet for a long time, forever, essentially. I'm taking this as a lesson to plan my content out a lot better so that I don't run into these types of issues, but at least I got some practice in, I guess you could say. But this day in the life will definitely stay. This is New Year's, and so good things have been coming. I feel good vibes here today, but once again, just check out this view. It's so nice. Don't mind all this stuff on my balcony. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy beautiful. Like it just shows you that I've always loved the city, but it's definitely fun to just also live like in somewhere rural. Like check that out, bro. That's crazy. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you first start out posting and stuff, it doesn't have to be like great. It doesn't have to be good stuff necessarily. It could just kind of be you sharing a little bit of your personality. So, hopefully I'm kind of sharing myself to you guys and you guys can kind of see how I am as a person. But, definitely just try and focus on creating that content and then just doing your best to learn like the basics of editing and kind of just pushing out all the content first, and then eventually you'll kind of learn like what kind of editing style or vlog style that you like, and then you can kind of do better on upgrading your content as you go. But when you first start, like right now, I know these aren't gonna probably be the best types of videos, but I'm hoping that through like reps and just like doing the actions and the motions that it can help me to kind of improve and do better long term. What's good, guys? So I'm finally back from going out a little bit earlier since we last talked. I think since we last talked, I was on the balcony, and after that I went to go for a little drive and to go get a few things. But now I'm back and I'm just kind of wrapping up the planning phase of my 2026 year, as well as trying to just kind of piecing together and working on some more footage that I was able to get and kind of work on this vlog, since I really want this one to come out the way that I'm envisioning it to come out. Anyways, I finally got a meal and I'm so hungry. So that's my little setup. It's on a freaking, I don't have a laptop stand, so I had to use like this box of forks, but that's why I put it on. I'm watching a YouTube video and this is my meal. It doesn't look as aesthetic because I basically ate through like most of it, but this is essentially what I ate. So it was just a little bit of the rice, fried rice, a very simple fried rice, just so that I could kind of taste more of the pork chop that was made. And then I put some green onions on that pork chop. And then I also put sriracha on it just so I can bring up some more flavor from it. Now that I've kind of eaten everything, or I'm trying to wrap up my dinner, and then after that, I think I'm gonna head to bed. So, but I hope that you guys did take something away from this, and make sure to not stop grinding. Make sure to create those mood boards, have that guiding compass, because I finished my mood board today and I think it looks fire. Like, I guess I'll show you guys for reference what I did for the mood board. It's pretty simple. So this is my mood board, just to show you what it would look like. Just a bunch of pictures pasted in, see? So just a little reminder for yourself on what you want to achieve and what you want to do. So it's important that you kind of have this as a guiding compass so that you can follow a direction, and as you kind of go down that path, you can then create systems to kind of hold yourself accountable and to make sure that you're actually working towards those goals. So, and it's not going to magically like just come into your life if you're not willing to put in the effort and to, you know, do the actions that build towards what you're trying to get out of it. So do your best, you know, take every day, day by day, and really just, you know, don't stress out too hard, but definitely don't slack. Don't take your time, I would want to say, you know, because success does require some type of speed. So make sure to, you know, be accountable. But motivation does come and go. So just having this mood board kind of directs you in a certain direction, and you know, as you go down and work towards this whole year, it should help kind of align you again when you are kind of straying off from the path. So yeah. So before I go to bed, one of the things I forgot to mention is that, you know, for the, you know, new year, technically, one of the biggest things that's been helping me a lot to kind of get through like a part of 2025 last year was definitely journaling. And it's definitely really important to just get one of these, and it just allows you to kind of process everything. Like if you don't have access to like a therapist or, you know, any like that, or someone you can talk to, then this journal in itself is your personal therapist. It allows you to write down all your thoughts, what you're thinking. That's what I use to compile my goals for this upcoming year as well. And it just helps to kind of have something to physically write down. And for me personally, and also there's like been studies about it where like if you write stuff down, you're increasing your chances of actually making that thing that you want and increasing the likelihood of it to come true. So, you know, I think it's really important to have a journal just to kind of get your thoughts down. And when you're, you know, maybe you have an idea, you can just get your journal out or something like that, write it down, you know, get that on a piece of paper so you can revisit it. Especially with a journal, like I am trying to journal like every night before I go to bed. Helps me kind of be conscious of things that happen in my day and kind of like a recap essentially. And so by having, you know, thoughts and stuff on this journal all in one place allows me to kind of go back and kind of see what, you know, previous me the other day was thinking. I'm basically a clone of myself because I'm writing down thoughts from another day, and then I get to follow it up. I get to read it and understand and try to figure out, okay, well, what did I write down and how can I use that to apply to maybe a piece of content or a concept, something like that, you know? If you're gonna invest in anything this new year, I would highly suggest getting yourself a journal. Just something simple that you can write down in and, you know, just kind of carry with you, or just keep it somewhere safe in your room so that every night, you know, you can just kind of jot down your thoughts, how you were feeling, and just kind of help yourself organize your brain. Because if you have a cluttered mind, then you are more than likely not going to think straight. You're going to be really overwhelmed. Your brain is just going to be full. So it's essentially, your brain is like a computer, and it's good to just dump out your thoughts and some things that you have on your mind. Just like, you know, if you have stuff on your camera, right, on the camera, you're going to have to dump it from the SD card to the laptop to kind of, you know, make room for more thoughts, more content, you know. So I know not a lot of people have a journal. It can be viewed in different ways, I guess you could say, but personally, I see nothing wrong with someone owning a journal and having like a personal space, you know, for themselves. Other than that, good night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.